Welcome to the XFO Intelligence podcast, where we decode the signals shaping the future of wealth and strategy. Today, we're diving into a landmark new report from our own Brendon Wong here at XFO Intelligence.
Right?
It's titled The Global Impact Investing and Family Office Nexus, a Strategic Landscape Report 2025.
It's great to be discussing this because it's a piece of work that truly feels like it's ahead of the curve. It argues that for family offices, impact investing has, decisively moved from a peripheral concern to a core strategic imperative.
Okay.
And it introduces a powerful new method for navigating the space, deep augmented thinking.
Let's start with the scale because the numbers, they're just staggering.
Yeah.
The report pegs the global impact investing market at approximately $1.57 trillion.
Wow, I mean, this isn't a small charitable niche anymore, is it?
Not even close. It's a mature, robust market.
Right.
And the most critical point the report makes is that this growth is not concessionary.
Interesting.
The data is clear. Impact investments are consistently achieving market rate or even above market rate financial returns, all while generating measurable positive outcomes.
Right.
The era of sacrificing profit for purpose is over. This is about achieving what the report calls dual returns.
The report also points to a fascinating emerging asset class within this space.
Okay.
Sustainable digital infrastructure, things like green data centers.
Right. And that's a perfect illustration of the dual return mindset.
Yeah.
On one hand, it's a smart financial play offering resilience and inflation protection.
Right.
On the other, it directly addresses the massive energy footprint of our digital world. It's a solution-oriented investment.
So the market is there.
Yes.
But the story the report tells is really about the key players.
Right.
It charts the evolution of family offices from being passive participants to central architects of this landscape.
It's a classic follower-to-leader narrative.
Okay.
Since 2015, participation among U.S. family offices has more than doubled to 54%.
Wow.
But what's more telling is how they're participating. They're moving beyond simply allocating to a fund of funds.
Right.
An incredible 83% of family office startup deals are now structured as co-investments or club deals.
Which means they have more control, better terms,
Yes.
and a much deeper, more direct alignment with the impact they want to create.
Exactly. And this shift is being supercharged by what the report calls the generational imperative. We are in the early stages of the largest wealth transfer in history. $84 trillion passing to millennials and Gen Z.
Wow.
And this new generation, they see the world through a different lens.
They're not just inheriting wealth, they're inheriting the world's problems, too.
Right.
The report notes they're digital natives who demand real-time data and transparency on both financial and impact performance.
Yeah.
For them, wealth isn't a scorecard, it's a tool for building a legacy.
Exactly. And this leads directly to what the report identifies as the central strategic challenge for any family office today.
Okay.
How do you reconcile financial value with your deepest family values?
Right.
How do you integrate an impact mandate with a wealth preservation mandate?
And the answer it provides is, well, it's quite profound. It fundamentally reframes the concept of fiduciary duty. Talk us through that.
So the traditional view is that fiduciary duty is about protecting capital from risk.
Sure.
But the report argues that in the 21st century, the biggest risks are systemic: climate change, social inequality, political instability. Investing in solutions to these problems is not a distraction from wealth preservation.
Okay.
The report argues it is the ultimate expression of it.
Because a healthy, stable society is the foundational asset upon which all financial wealth ultimately depends.
Exactly. Ignoring those systemic risks, that's the real breach of duty.
Precisely.
And that's the perfect entry point to discuss the report's core methodology, this deep augmented thinking framework.
Right.
It's a concrete protocol for putting this new vision of fiduciary duty into action.
Okay.
The first step is to define your genetic fingerprint.
I love that terminology. It's not a generic checklist. It's about deep calibration.
Right.
It asks families to explicitly quantify their alpha on a spectrum from purely financial to purely impact. Then to define their risk appetite and map their nutrient landscape. the specific impact themes like clean water or gender equity that really resonate with their family's story.
It's about creating a unique strategic DNA.
Yeah.
Once that's set, you move into the foraging cycle.
Okay.
This is the dynamic, continuous execution phase, and the biological analogy here is brilliant. It starts with sense.
Right. You allocate a small portion of capital, maybe 1 to 5%, to exploratory investments.
Right.
And the report smartly frames this as a, quote, learning expense, not a potential loss.
Then you feed. You rigorously measure what's working, delivering on both your financial and impact goals, and you reinforce that success by increasing capital allocation.
Right.
You double down on what works.
The next stage is network.
Okay.
This is about forming syndicates with other like-minded families who share a similar alpha. This creates efficient channels for capital, reduces risk through shared diligence, and massively amplifies influence.
And just as important are the last two steps.
Right.
Retract. Having a disciplined protocol for exiting investments that consistently underperform on their stated goals.
Okay.
And finally, excrete. Sharing your knowledge, both successes and failures, with the ecosystem. This makes the entire market stronger and establishes your family as a thought leader.
It's a living, adaptive system for managing capital.
Yeah.
It's the antithesis of a static, set it and forget it asset allocation model.
Exactly.
It's designed for a complex, rapidly changing world.
And it's why this report feels so significant.
Right.
It gives family offices a practical, actionable framework for turning their values into a high-performing, multi-generational strategy. It closes with clear recommendations. Formalize your impact goals in your policy, build internal expertise, prioritize direct engagement, and actively involve the next generation.
For any of our listeners who are principals in a family office or who advise them, this report is without a doubt essential reading.
Yes.
It provides a sophisticated roadmap for building a legacy that is both financially robust and genuinely world-shaping.
We can't recommend it enough.
No.
The full report, The Global Impact Investing and Family Office Nexus, prepared by Brendon Wong, is currently available for free on the XFO Intelligence website.
Great.
We urge you to download it, read it, and think about how its insights apply to you.
Which brings us to a final thought we'd like to leave with our audience. The report redefines fiduciary duty, arguing that investing in a stable society is the ultimate form of wealth preservation.
So here's a question we'd like you to think about.
Okay.
If you were to design your investment policy from scratch today, with that expanded definition of fiduciary duty in mind, what would be the single biggest change you would make?